beanstalk, and Jack woke up and he climbed up the beanstalk and he ran into the giant. No, was it the giant's wife that he...
Did he have a wife?
I can't remember.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance. I know quite a bit about Jack and his beanstalk. You sure you want to hear this?
Sure.
It's kind of scary. Well, you see, the giant did have a wife, but she was a nice woman. Anyway, by the time Jack had climbed up that beanstalk, he was quite hungry, and he was very, very hungry, and he just had to have some food, so he asked the nice lady if he could have some breakfast. And she looked at him and she said, "What, you silly little boy? Don't you know that you're going to be beating the breakfast if you don't get out here and quick like? Here's my husband, he eats little boys like you for breakfast, and he eats them sunny side up." Well, Jack was more hungry than he was scared, so he just had to have some food, and he asked the kind woman, he said, "Please, Mum, I just got to have some food. Otherwise, I'll die anyway of starvation." Well, the woman took pity on Jack, so she gave him some breakfast. And as he was gobbling it up, they both heard this huge sound coming. Boom, boom, boom.
What was it?
It was the giant. The giant was coming. And he was this huge, colossal, really big giant. And, well, the giant's wife didn't know what to do. She had to hide Jack, so she said, "Get into the oven. Quick, hide you in the oven." But it was too late. The giant was there. And he smelled something. And he started sniffing the air. And he said, "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman." The giant's wife looked at him. "What are you talking about? There's no Englishman here. Well, you must have some seagulls stuck up in your nostrils again. Let me have a look. You got some birds flapping around up in your nose, yes. You couldn't possibly know about the little lad that I hid in the oven for... I mean, you couldn't possibly know about an Englishman. And you smell the elephant and cheese omelet I made you for breakfast." "Elephant and cheese omelet? This is my favorite, yes." "Well, of course it's your favorite, so you just sit down and you eat it. You behave yourself, you big, bad giant, you." So the giant, he ate up his elephant and cheese omelet, and it was such a large elephant that she put in it that it made him very tired after he ate. So his eyelids, which were about as big as this table here, they started drooping down over his big giant eyes, and the giant became very, very tired, very sleepy, and he started having a big, wonderful giant dream about the hippopotamus sandwich he was going to have for lunch. And he fell fast asleep. I hope I got the bed right. Let's see, bright green extraterrestrials.
That's the bed. You earned the award for best storytelling.
Oh, thank you.
1988, not a great year, but a good price. So.
Cassie, well, now that we've see eye to eye on this marriage thing, I would really appreciate it if you would reconsider my offer to help you out financially.
No, I don't want to talk about it because you know what the answer's going to be.
I know how much this farm means to you. And I'm thinking about your children also.
You know what? It's... We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And I'm in such a good mood from listening to your story that I don't want to think about my problems right now, okay?
All right. So you like my story?
I loved your story. It was wonderful.
You know, as I was telling that story, I realized I haven't felt like an ordinary man in such a long time. And as a matter of fact, the last time was when I was told that very same story to my own son. And I miss it, Cassie. I can't tell you how much I miss it.
Our conversation.
What conversation?
Why you withdrew your marriage proposal.
Oh, right, yes. You want the truth?
Yeah.
Of course you do, yes. Well, I was surrounded by my lawyers and my advisors, amongst stacks and stacks of legal documents filled with legalese, you know. The first party is responsible to do such and such and such and such. That would be you. And the second party is required to do this, that, and the other thing. Well, anyway,
I looked at these stacks of legal documents, and there was one for you, and there was one for me, and yours was a lot taller than mine.
Meaning?
Meaning that much more would be expected of you, and, well, I suddenly realized just how insulting this whole thing must be, and, well, how about you? Why did you back away from this arrangement?
Because I guess I felt insulted.
I'm really very sorry.
You need a princess and an heir. I need stability in my life, and you have your duties to your country, and I want to keep my farm and my promise to heart.
Right. Oh, I could have been more caring in the way I asked. I'm normally much more diplomatic than that.
And if you would have been more diplomatic, I probably wouldn't have bitten your head off.
Yes, you do have a bit of a temper.
When provoked.
Listen, Cassie, I truly meant well.
I know that. And, you know, it's not like we don't get along, because we do.
I think so, most of the time, yeah.
And that's why they're called storybook romances, because, you know, they're in books.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Because in the real world, people have to make, you know, real choices based on real needs, common needs.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe we should,
reconsider.
maybe we should, you know, think about it and,
reconsider?
Well, maybe, you know, we should kind of just think about it a little more and
I would
maybe...
really like that. I would appreciate it.
Okay, so we should eat something. We should, you know, to soak up the wine.
Well, listen, why don't I call Fisk and he can have something?
No, don't be silly. I can cook, and I have pasta, and I have veggies in the kitchen, so...
All right, well, can I help you?
You, in the kitchen. That I would love to say. Actually, no. I want to think about this marriage thing, and I do some of my best thinking while I'm cooking, so,
I find that long walks work best for me.
Hart used to do that. He used to take long walks, and he'd go for hours, and then he'd sit by the stream, and... I don't know why I'm telling you this, so I'm gonna go in the kitchen.
Cassie, I know why you're telling me that. It's because storybook romances can happen. They do happen. You had one with Hart. And the kind of marriage that we're talking about is something quite different.
I know that.
And perhaps it's not right for you. I don't know. Only you can know.
You mean, can I marry you knowing you don't love me?
Right, and knowing that you don't love me. These are the kind of questions we have to ask ourselves, and well, we really do need to be quite honest about it.